Hello football fans! Welcome back to Dewan Pundit Indonesia, the English version. My name is Conchita Caroline and I will be your host for today's episode. As always, we have a thrilling lineup of football discussions ready for you. And here with us at the studio is your favorite football pundits. We have Adi,
hello,
Firzi Idris, and let's welcome back Aldi Bawazi. Our super sub as always.
Where's Kiko anyway?
Kiko's in Phuket.
Yeah, forgot about that.
With
the
Premier League
trophy.
He's got his hands on the Premier League trophy. So
it's work/holiday for him.
It's
work/holiday. How was your week, Aldi? It's been quite a while. We haven't seen you in a while here.
Yeah, after I spent umroh last year, and last week Arsenal lost against United, so it's not been quite
lost against Newcastle United.
Back-to-back defeats.
Both United, yeah.
But 2025 new experience. Maybe as a WWE commentary.
On Netflix,
I
saw you the other day.
Experience.
That's so random. I mean,
super random.
I never told you.
Do you even like the sport? Do you even watch it before?
I couldn't say that.
Come on, you cannot say
that's okay.
But you know me.
I don't.
We know.
But he knows me. He knows me.
Yeah.
But Ali is a fast learner. He can learn that
exactly.
very fast.
At the end of the day, he wants to learn, and that's
the most important thing. Yeah.
Smooth sailing on his debut.
Yeah, cool.
Can't wait to see you more doing WWE.
3.5 hours screaming.
Awesome.
Which suits you, I think.
Yeah.
Because you can always imagine Arsenal, like you can channel the Arsenal
Indonesian
rage.
Jim Ross.
Pat McAfee.
Right, so anyway, before we kick off today's episode, as always, we love hearing from you, Jebret team. So let's take a look at some of the comments you guys have written us on our past episodes. The first one is from Devina Fitri Kadewi 5497. Can you help me read this one, Aldi?
Quite refreshing. Prefer this one than any other international podcast because it is closer to our home. Where are your home? Thanks for the English version of DPI. Oh, so you stay near in Pancoran. Okay.
Literal home.
Thanks for the English version of DPI. You're welcome, Devina Fitri Kadewi. Thank you for always watching each and every single one of our episodes. And the second one is from The Last Dances. Okay. Mas Firzi, this one is dedicated for Mas Firzi, so I think you should read this one.
The Last Dance 5. Thank you, Mas Firzi, for your comprehensive article report about STS journey and the reasons behind the decision. I think as earlier fans, we have to encourage FOMO fans that the changes of coach is normal in football and managing the locker room is essential job of a head coach. Thanks for the kind words. Keep
Mas Firzi surely has sacrificed a lot this past few weeks.
Sacrificing
he's on a spotlight.
My sanity, my good night's sleep.
He has been the fly inside that room.
Dressing room. If only we can tell more about the situation, but to keep things on
the down low.
On the down low, we just keep it between ourselves. Okay?
We call you Firzirio Romano now.
No.
I think he's better than Romano.
Yeah?
No, not that kind.
Right. So the last one, this is very interesting. This one is from Nenani Bras 8243.
That's a proposal.
That's a proposal,
Kiko, may I be your girl? And let me tell you, Jebret team, this is not the only comment that you written for Kiko. So unfortunately, as you can see, Kiko is not here with us today. He's in Phuket, Thailand.
Enjoying his Thailand days.
But we're sure gonna mock him about this comment.
She must be devastated. Why that guy sitting there should be Kiko? Sorry. Whoever your
You're
name
not
is.
Kiko, when
Don't worry, Nana,
bring back Kiko.
Kiko.
We have Aldi for this episode. His voice can also be
deep.
deep.
Yeah,
Very deep.
Just like Kiko's.
Comforting,
soothing,
voice to
man. So anyway, that is all. Thank you so much for writing to us. Please let us know what you guys think of our discussions. If there's anything you'd like us to discuss, please do not hesitate to let us know on the comment section below. Right, so tonight I'm gonna take you guys to dive into one of the hottest topics in European football: Real Madrid's shocking defeat in the Supercopa and its potential impact on their La Liga campaign. For a team of of Madrid's caliber, how is it that Lucas Vazquez is still being relied upon as a wingback? And what about Eduardo Camavinga in midfield? Since returning from injury, some things he hasn't made the impact that many were hoping for. I think I'm going to go with Aldi first. What do you think, Aldi?
For me personally, I don't believe it's a surprising defeat from Barcelona. Yes, a lot of schoolboy error there from Madrid's defense, especially the back four. And then, it's not an option for Lucas Vazquez because who else going to suit that position?
Yeah.
His versatility can suit with the position, can fit with the position, because there's no other player who can fit playing in the right back. And then in the midfield also Camavinga and Valverde is not really deep or defending midfielder. It's more like deep playing central midfielder. So it's not their fault to become the gap is so to cover a lot of gap in the midfield, especially with the four players like Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mbappe and everything play so much advance in the front. When I heard about the press conference, the post-match conference from Ancelotti, he said he wants to. This is not really sounds good for me because he wants to play high, press high, but with low block defending. So usually it's not always, but usually it's not going to hand in hand because you have to cover a lot of area in central midfield, and I don't blame Camavinga and Valverde can suit with that, especially with Tchouaméni play a central midfield, central defender. So yeah, a lot of gap, schoolboy error, and somehow Barcelona offense is very, very effective. Rafinha again and again. We talk here about when Rafinha met Vazquez. When I said good luck Vazquez, and it did something again. Same again when Rafinha, capitalized the gap, the error in the left hand side from Real Madrid defending side. So yeah, it's a long story. It happened again because I don't know, maybe Madrid cannot purchase another player, reinforce for the position, because after the purchase of Kylian Mbappe, so they have to make a budget really really tight.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really hard situation for Carlo Ancelotti.
Do you agree with Aldi that this is more problem from a lack of squad depth instead of a tactical mismanagement?
One of the problems, the squad depth is not good enough, not like the previous Madrids that we know. But if you look at how they're trying to do with their system of play, Aldi spoke about the high line that they're trying to do, but without comfort in that back line, with a lot of players missing. And I think they haven't figured out a way in trying to I think compensate the loss of Toni Kroos, because a couple of seasons, last season and then 2 seasons before that, I think the way that they play is with that high line, counter-attacking, very quick indeed. And Toni Kroos is one of the players where when you do that low block, it looks like Madrid is setting up a trap for other teams, because they have that player when they do steal the ball from the opposition, and then Toni Kroos does his magic from the left side, going forward with his passes or his interchange with the players in midfield, the interplay, the direct passes towards the back line of the opponent. So again, that is the situation right now where you lost somebody that good, that legendary, the key to Madrid's build-up and to Madrid trying to and quick attacks from opponents. He's not there anymore, and that is very, very problematic. And off the ball movements from players right now that they have, the likes of Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, is not good enough, and the space is there. We could see Barcelona attacking the lines very easily, and players like Rafinha, players like Lamine Yamal had a field in Saudi in trying to destroy Real Madrid. So it's very difficult, it's very strange for a team that still has that front six of great players attacking wise, but struggling to score goals. And then struggling in that back line right now, it's very difficult. And even Thibaut Courtois, he can't find a pass and trying to build up from the back. So this is very difficult for Real and for Ancelotti. And I think the problem is the personnel is not good enough. And if you consider Lucas Vazquez, if you rely on him from now until the end of the season, then it's going to be massive problems for Real Madrid.
Yeah, I think we touched on this on the Monday's episode. Yeah, when we focus on the back line, especially that space, that gaping hole between Tchouaméni and Lucas Vazquez. But Aldi spoke about the midfield. The midfield is also the problem. It's not the problem because the midfield alone. It's not a problem because of Fede Valverde and Eduardo Camavinga alone, but because the setup of the team. You've got that 4 offensive players who are not burdened with the responsibility of defending
tracking
that
back,
much. Tracking back. So you've got that big hole. If you've got that that back line that they have now, it is not very secure. It's very obvious. Adi touched on that Toni Kroos direct pass. Everyone, I think, remembers that one Kroos pass that Bellingham claps that assist to Vini Jr. I think that's the value of having someone who can, with one ball, penetrate the lines. I think the system of play now, Ancelotti said that the only good player in this game is just Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe made it 1-0 inside
early
the
on,
5th minute. But by the 51st minute, they are 1-5 down. I think it's reasonable for Florentino Perez to feel hard done by, especially because after the 0-4 at, I think it's at Bernabeu.
The Bernabeu.
The Bernabeu. I think it's the worst back-to-back El Clasico defeat by scoreline by Real Madrid in almost a decade, in almost a century even.
Wow.
So this I think this will be a lot of things that needs to be sorted out by Ancelotti behind the scenes. But I don't know if it's just one game or it will continue to the La Liga season, to their La Liga season. So hopefully for Madrid fans it's just a one-off, but we'll never know.
Do you think that they should shift their focus to La Liga instead, knowing that they're currently at the top of the table, instead of, switching their focus between La Liga and Champions League?
Yeah, I think with Champions League and Real Madrid, I think like it's almost every year they can still find a way how bad the team is, how underperformed the team is.
Despite all the problems they're having.
Despite all the problems, it's in their DNA, like people always said, the European DNA, the Champions DNA, but Real Madrid is Real Madrid. So in La Liga, they have this juggernaut of a team, with Atletico, unbeaten or winning in 14 matches. Atletico doing their stuff like very, very dangerously for Real Madrid. So we don't know the dynamics in the top of the table there.
What kind of changes must Ancelotti make to at least turn things around for Madrid and La Liga with the squad that they have right now?
It's very difficult, but I think he has to look at young players, and I see the roster here, and they have Lorenzo Aguado and Jesus Fortea, 2 young defenders that can switch into midfielders. And if you look at Lucas Vazquez's form, it's not good enough, and I think they should try one of these 2 players that is, I think, a blue chip for them. But in terms of the team, and I think Florentino Perez can't hide. He is one of the cause in why Real is going into another direction, back to the Galacticos version maybe. And tactically, Mbappe is a difficult player to put into a system where Ancelotti is not even comfortable playing him. He doesn't know where his perfect position is. And of course, there is Vinicius Jr., who has been brilliant in the left side of Real's play. And if you look at the numbers for Jude Bellingham, it goes down rapidly, but now it's starting to come up again. But still, if you think about how comfortable they were winning the league with the type of play that they showed us a couple of seasons ago, and now it's starting to disappear because of one player that I think for Mbappe, this is a hard situation as well. But if Mbappe can click, if Mbappe can figure out his role in this side and work things out with Rodrigo, with Vinicius Jr., with Jude Bellingham, I think They are still in with a shout in La Liga, but as things are showing right now, Atleti is doing very good in trying to win the title again.
Yeah, for me, if the question is what Ancelotti need to do, is change the formation. Because with the lack of depth in the defending department, especially if you have to play your central midfielder as a central defender, it shows that your lack of players in that position. So instead of playing or pushing the 4 defending players, so why don't use 3 players behind, 4 or 5 in central midfield, and 2 players, in attacking department, because they have 3 defend players.
Yeah.
So they can utilize Vasquez much better than as a central or right defender, because originally he's a winger who can track back. Versatility is very good. And then I think Lucas Vasquez, because it's not for me, it's not fair to put the spotlight. Who's to blame? Lucas Vasquez.
Yeah.
For me, it's not fair, because it's a team. Teamwork. Team game. So
it's not just him.
It's not just him, but the situation, push the viewers, the spectators to put the fingers on him.
Yeah.
Because yes, he's it's really easy to being run at, and then his aerial, of course, aerial duel is not his mojo and everything. So for me, instead of push player 4 defender behind, why don't use 3 and then 5 or 4 in a central midfielder? Maybe it could give a different situation for Ancelotti, because this formation 4-3 or whatever you name it is not works at Madrid at the moment.
I think the change of formation is one thing for Carlo Ancelotti, but a change of personnel in that lineup as well, in the starting lineup. Players like Ceballos, like Brahim Diaz, I think they deserve a start, because whenever they are in the game, coming off the bench, they try to do something different. Brahim Diaz is underrated, and I think he works very hard in that middle of the park. Arda Güler as well. But I think these 2 players, off the ball, they work so hard. With Diaz and Ceballos, when you see him play, he works tirelessly, going from midfield to the front, and then defending as well. So personnel-wise, I think he can make changes, and this is a way to try and figure out a system that's comfortable for all the players and not make Lucas Vasquez struggle in that right back position, because the games against Atalanta are playing the likes of Ademola Lookman, and then even the game against Rayo Vallecano and Teka, he was getting the better of Vasquez. So I think a lot of matches where it's not been comfortable for Vasquez, and he needs to figure out a change there. And I think the players from the young team has a potential, those 2 players that I've spoken before.
Okay. Yeah, I think be brave with the selection. I think with Barcelona selecting the young players from La Masia, I think Real Madrid can also do that with players from La Fabrica. But this is the thing with Real Madrid. I think if you bench the likes of Vini, if you bench the likes of Bellingham, how will they react? There needs to be a big man management thing on this. It's down on Ancelotti to calm the superstars and tell, man, you're not good enough. Maybe you can do 45 minutes from the bench, let others try to play in your stead. I think that maybe can be applied to Real Madrid right now, because it's not enough. Vini played last match not very good. So I think there needs also to be a prize for that.
And the concerning part of that game against Barcelona is Barcelona went to 10 men. Wojciech Szczesny
in the 56 minutes.
56 minutes. So same with Arsenal. You just can't do anything to penetrate that back line. It's too stale. It's too easy for Barcelona to...
Back to Barcelona.
Hold up. Can the camera zoom in into Aldi's expression right now?
It's like 60 minutes for Manchester United. This is almost the same.
I think it's not fair for Barcelona play 11 against 11 with Madrid. So we play 10 against 11. So, but with Ancelotti benching Bellingham or Mbappe, I think it's not going to be a problem for Ancelotti, because he benched Gattuso and Pirlo in Milan, so it's not going to be a problem.
Speaking
Gattuso,
of Arsenal,
can you imagine?
That's before social media, man.
Agree. That was before social media. And speaking of Arsenal, we're going to talk a bit about Aldi's favorite team.
Why?
Our very next segment. So please stay tuned with us only on
No.
TV.